Yeah. Oh, yeah. Had to make a quick sprint to get my damn water. I'm old. All right. But hey, man, listen. Wrestling is it's kind of picking up for the summertime. A lot of rumor, innuendo, and announcements, and a lot of things that we thought we were gonna get, but we just flat out ain't. So shout out to Triple H, right? But nonetheless, it is time to talk about wrestling like no one else in the world. So that means it is time for the first Black Champ podcast, and I am the pick. Yeah, your podcast Intercontinental Champion, Camp from the Port.
And I am JR Bang. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast. Barbershop Network is the home. So you go ahead and subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcast. Make sure you follow us on everything at the FBCPOD.
Yeah.
And great show prepared for y'all today, man. We are a week away, or like 6 days away, from King and Queen of the Ring.
Yes, sir.
So, we are now getting this as a PLE again, and this time we are in Saudi Arabia again. So this is it is interesting that the King and Queen of the Ring is in Saudi Arabia.
Hey, the Saudi Nights main event.
Hey.
You know what I mean? Saudi Arabia is officially the Madison Square Garden of countries.
Yes.
Now, I mean, that's just where we are. I would have thought it would have been Toronto or Montreal, but no. With the amount of PLEs and the caliber of PLEs that they are getting in Saudi Arabia, man, I gotta know what kind of money is out there, because this is uncanny, because there's not even your typical top star in Saudi Arabia from Saudi Arabia in the WWE right now, but yet they will not stop going to that well. So interesting, to say the least.
And in a place where they still have kings, we're crowning the king and the queen of the ring.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they be like, hey, yo, let's make it official.
Let's make it official. So we're going to get to the predictions for King and the Queen of the Ring a little bit later. But let's go ahead and start what the FBC streets wanted, but what the fans got. And understand that differently, because what we want and what y'all want don't necessarily align all the time.
That's true.
We be wanting blood sometimes. Y'all be wanting drama. Sometimes we want drama. Y'all want blood. Sometimes we want y'all to shut up. A lot of times y'all just want to keep talking. Well, in this case, the FBC streets wanted Gunther versus Dragunov because we felt like the streets needed a bloodbath. We felt like the streets needed to see assault and battery charges levied against these dudes, maybe possibly attempted murder. But what the internet wanted is what they got. Jey Uso, and let me rephrase this a bit, right? Because we have the semifinals of the King and Queen of the Ring. I'm not going to call them the semifinals all the time. In fact, you're going to hear me say the Raw final and the SmackDown final a lot.
Straight up.
Really, that's what it is.
Right.
So in the Raw final, we have Jey Uso defeating Gunther. Well, not defeating Gunther, but wrestling Gunther. Because Jey Uso defeated Dragunov and Gunther defeated Kofi Kingston. So we have a final of Gunther versus Jey Uso, a match that we did not want to see, or at least FBC did not want to see when it was possibly an Intercontinental Championship match. Because it's like, because basically where I'm going to go, let's go straight to it. Is Jey Uso over or too over to have the King of the Ring title?
Man, there's a point in time where I would have said too over, but since he can't seem to win any single achievement, apparently he's not over enough. Because there has been too many titles slipping through the grasp of his fingers, and man, I don't know what they waiting on, but they just didn't do it. Hey, yo, shout to be that too.
Yeah. Hey man, I think he is.
Really?
Yeah, I'm looking at this. It's the Jake the Snake complex.
Okay.
Jake the Snake Roberts was one of the most over wrestlers in
Mhm.
the late 80s, early 90s.
For sure.
Didn't sniff an Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
Didn't sniff a World Championship. He's over to the point to me where there's only one title that he should have.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the World Heavyweight Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Like he should not, like King J doesn't ring to me. Or just King of the Ring winner. Unless, again, like I said last week,
Mm-hmm.
I had asked last week, if the winner of the King of the Ring should be the number one contender for the title, whether it's SummerSlam, Survivor Series, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not the case, Jey Uso to me shouldn't be King of the Ring. It should be a situation where somebody can cost him his chance at the title or at this, and then you put him in a feud with that person. But so he should not lose clean. but outside of that, like even when he won, even though I predicted it, that was my choice. He shouldn't even won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Like, we're giving him all of the titles outside of the tag team title. We're giving him all of the accolades except the main accolade. And quite honestly, he's the second most over person in the WWE that's active right now. It's Cody Rhodes and it's him. And the way that it's going right now, he's trending towards either meeting Cody or surpassing Cody.
Hey, I was gonna say, depending on what market you're in, he's definitely more over than Cody.
Right. So why give him the King of the Ring? Because what is that gonna do? Like, then what he's gonna go up against, like Sheamus and two other people? It's like, I should be matter of fact, Gunther, I should be the King of the Ring. Like, no. And I don't think King of the Ring fit Jay. When I think King of the Ring, all right, and I might be in the minority. I might be in the minority, y'all. And I know this because a lot of times I'm in a minority. But I think two types of wrestlers. I think of scientific wrestlers. So I think of the Bret Harts, the Owen Harts, the people who actually get it, how they live in the ring. Or I think of monsters. I think of people like Mabel. I think of people like, when you think about it, at the time, even though he's not the size of a monster, but he was doing monstrous shit. William Regal. Like, I think of Sheamus. Like, I think of people that could really kick your ass, beat the shit out of you. So, and then you end up going up against the face champion, and you're really like scared or whatever. Jey Uso does not, have the vibe of King. Like, he doesn't even strike me as somebody, if they try to do something like Xavier Woods, where they put like a king's crown and the little drape over him and and do that. And I wouldn't want the King of the Ring to do that. I think that shit is done. Like, you ain't got to be King Booker or King Xavier. Nah, I don't think you have to do that unless you are. Look at me sounding racist, Kemp. Unless you're a European wrestler. Like, unless you're a European wrestler.
Reserved for the Euros. Huh?
Yeah, it's reserved for the Euros, fam. It's reserved for the Euros. It's reserved for people like Gunther. So when Jay beat Dragunov, I know everybody on the internet was like, well, what do you expect? He's one of the most over people in the company. And I understand that. But on the flip side of it, he just does not feel King of the Ring. This is not a knock on Jay. It's a knock on the title of King of the Ring and the coronation of King of the Ring. That does not feel Jey Uso to me. That feels like somebody else.
I dig it. Yeah, no. I mean, shoot, I guess. I don't know. No, I want us to get through the show more. Because, I mean, I have, my prediction already. And I just really, as I watched Raw and SmackDown, I thought back in time. I'm like, oh, this is the play.
I hope it's not what you're thinking. We're gonna get to the predictions later today. But I hope it's not what you're thinking, because I got even a thought around that.
Yeah,
so I'm praying. I'm praying.
Hey, so look, so we'll get to that. But you know what I will say, and I am going to blame the WWE for this, because since King Booker, there hasn't really been a King character that made me care about King of the Ring like that. I was hoping Xavier Woods was going to restore the feeling, especially when he was tweeting about how he wanted to be King of the Ring and how he wanted to win the tournament, and then they did that. Now, granted, I want to say at one degree, I think he was injured for some of his run.
Yeah, got injured towards the later part of it.
But my thing is, bruh, there were at least 6 to 8 weeks of time where he could have really got busy on the King shit and then really sent Kofi Kingston out there to do his bidding like a real king would. So, you know what I mean? So I think I don't know for sure how much creative control that the guys and now the girls have over their king and queen characters, but I was thoroughly disappointed in the Xavier Woods King run. And now as we move into 2024, it's like, yeah, Jay don't need to win this. This is not this ain't even an accolade that they would probably bring up in his Hall of Fame induction. And that it might be a footnote, or it might just be a piece of the B-roll montage. I don't think Jey Uso needs to win this tournament at all. I don't think King of the Ring means anything to him. I don't think King Yeet is a shirt that people want.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think that Jey Uso is here to just draw eyes to the tournament itself, and I will stop right there.
Lord Jesus. All right, let's go to the question that I had posed to you before we started. Because I'm looking at the presence of Jey Uso. Jey Uso is probably the second biggest baby face in the company. And outside of him and Cody, it's not even close.
For sure.
Like, it is, woo! So, it like seeing all of the lights go up, seeing him get his 50 Uso on with everybody, you know what I'm saying, doing the
easy to see when you look at me. If you look closely, 50 don't back down.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I call it the hip-hop wave, because, you know, when some people do it, I laugh, because it's like, yo, the way y'all doing it looks like out of a hip-hop dance tutorial video on VHS.
Like the dance groove?
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Or hip-hop hotties.
If you want to show your love in a hip-hop form, you have to wave your hands, but not side to side. It's up and down. So you start up, down, and you make sure you do it on rhythm, ladies and gentlemen. So go up, down. Listen to the beat. Up, down, up, down, up, down. So now I'm going to beatbox.
Hey, yeah.
Now do it faster. Like, that's what it like when.
And then it's Dance with Daniela, located in downtown Naperville off of Washington, right across from Features.
Yeah. So, with that being said, I'm looking at this run at Jey Uso. He recently lost his World Heavyweight Championship match to Damian Priest, and he does not have a title. You know, so I look at Bret Hart, who at WrestleMania 9 lost the World Championship on the WWE World Championship to Yokozuna, who then lost it to Hulk Hogan. Let's see, there you go. Crowd looks like they're stopping the fire.
Oh.
So my question to you is when you look at this run, at least for me, I look at it as two separate wrestlers. I look at it as Bret Hart, who was essentially the uncrowned champion. So he spent that whole year basically building up momentum for WrestleMania 10. While Yokozuna and Hulk Hogan was wrestling at the King of the Ring, he became the King of the Ring. He had his feud with Jerry the King Lawler. They introduced Doink in this feud as well. You had the court gestures or whatever they was going up against Bret Hart at the Survivor Series, where they start to introduce the feud with Owen Hart, who then ended up becoming the King of the Ring himself, and them two fighting at SummerSlam, which Owen Hart should have won that title. But then I also look at Sami Zayn and look at him a year and a half ago as he was just building momentum. He was a white hot baby face. And everybody was wondering, should he be in the world championship match with Roman Reigns? Should it be a triple threat? Should it be him versus, like, it was so many questions around that. I think it's starting to get that way with Jey Uso, as long as we're fanning flyers when it comes to us waiting. So is this Jey Uso run more like Bret Hart without the title in 93? Is it more like Sami Zayn, or is it somebody else that their run can, keep you, like, bring into your imagination when it comes to what we're starting to see with Jey Uso?
Man, this is a great question. And honestly, I'm not sure if 93 Bret or the Sami Zayn build up, if either one of those are the one for Jay, because they end up winning the matches that matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, going back to 93 Bret, I don't recall him ever losing a marquee match that mattered. I want to say that. Like, a marquee match that mattered. Now, sure, Jerry Lawler was beating his ass, but I don't think he won any of the matches. I don't even think he won the one in Memphis. That was like the house
no. It was a lot of DQ matches or, win by submission.
Yeah. So, and DQ matches, shoot, as we just saw this past weekend, it's meant to be like, yeah, you know what? We're going to throw this one out. We just want to get you out here and let the people see what's happening. To me, and this is no shade, because I super messed with homie when he was on his run. What's happening here to me is Jey Uso is a lot like Tatanka. Now, people may laugh and scoff, but Tatanka went undefeated for like a year.
Yeah.
And they put him in a couple matches that were like high profile, but when it got time for those marquee matches, he lost. And he lost every single one of them. He never became the world champ. I don't believe he became the Intercontinental champ.
Nah, in those matches, like he had that match with Shawn Michaels, I don't think it was the Intercontinental Championship was not on the line, or neither had it at WrestleMania 8.
Yeah. But
they was basically like prepping for that person to become the Intercontinental Champion. I think that match, that Intercontinental match, or no. That was Shawn Michaels versus El Matador at WrestleMania 8. Excuse me, it was WrestleMania 9 that him and Shawn Michaels wrestled, and it was a double disqualification, I think it was, and he did not win it. I think that's it, if my wrestling knowledge serves me correct.
That sounds pretty accurate to me, but and the thing is, Tatanka gets on this run while they're doing everything, while they have the Intercontinental title, while they have King of the Ring, while they have the world title, and he don't get near none of it, but he can't lose. So, and it's like, damn, what's the deal here? Because even on the flip side of that, for Jey Uso, like, Drew McIntyre will beat Jey Uso randomly. Like, that's the other thing. It's like Jey Uso is almost like he's beatable with the reaction of being unbeatable. So they just don't give him anything. They just kind of got him out there. So even as I look at that, I then start saying, well, is Jey Uso really great at getting anybody over? And then I have questions about that as well. Something I think Bret Hart and both Sami Zayn do extremely well. So as I sit there, I'm like, man, I would love to give put him in one of those categories, but man, unfortunately, it's just shaping up to just not be the truth. But I respect the stance because, yeah, he should be one of them, but he got a string along the wins that make it legit.
Okay. Well, we're definitely gonna see what happens to him next week, well, at least Monday at the very least, as we start the semifinals, or as I would like to call it, the Raw and SmackDown finals of King of the Ring. So we'll see what happens there coming up, starting out on Monday. On SmackDown, Randy and Tama Tonga advanced to the SmackDown King of the Ring. First of all, I don't know if it's the WWF asking Tama to do this or not, but if they are, they need to stop. Because they got dude looking delayed when you do that. I don't know what.
Yeah, it's almost like he's containing his Tourette's.
Yeah, just, it sounds like he's a beaver that's attacking wood. He sounds like something out of Beavis and Butthead. He sounds like Cornholio. He sounds like he has his shirt over his head. I am Cornholio. I need TP for my bungo. Like, he sounds like that. And I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know is them kind of trying to go back to what Samoans used to be in wrestling, and I hope not, but that shit needs to go. He just needs to be ultra aggressive in the way that he talks. Not now.
LA Knight did call them 3 savages.
He did.
It's like, yo, it's 3 savages out.
He did.
It's like, yo, how 87 are you?
Right. That's almost considered a slur. And the savages almost considered a slur in the Roman Reigns universe of the WWE. So I hope we're not going backwards, Triple H. Or we're not going backwards. Shoot. But before we get to that match, I wanted to talk about Randy Orton's opponent, Carmelo Hayes. Great spot. The ending, just like we thought, it's going to be a spectacular RKO. And it was to the point where he did it and he fixed his ring on his finger. It was like, yo, RKO, man, this shit almost popped off. I ain't trying to get cussed out when I get back home. All right, boom. Let me go and put this back on. 1, 2, 3. Fix my knee. All right. Yep. Play it off. All right, cool. But something I didn't realize, and I call it the Finn Baker. Finn Baker. We was talking about Finn Baker earlier. The Finn Balor complex. Where Finn Balor is a small dude, but he don't look small compared to the other wrestlers, no matter how big they are.
Yeah.
And Finn Balor is like my daddy height. But for some strange reason, when he wrestles, it's like he wrestles big. Balls on all of this. Yeah. I did not realize how small Melo was compared to other wrestlers until he wrestled Randy Orton. Because I was like, yo, when did Randy Orton get this big? It wasn't even about Melo. It was like, yo, when did Randy Orton even get bigger than he did when he came back? Like, what the hell is going on here? And then I'm watching the match and I was like, wait a minute, that's a Melo. When did this happen? Do you think that the size of Melo will be a detriment to his potential on the main roster in the WWE?
I do think so to a degree. Because as we just build for the future, right? As they're building for the future, and we kind of get a good idea of what Triple H is looking for and what he's building here. There's a lot more monsters appearing, a lot of just bigger guys appearing. And it's not that Carmelo Hayes does not have the talent. It's just that what is his thing that's going to get him over tremendously, especially if the crowd doesn't get behind him like in a whirlwind. When I look at Carmelo Hayes, you said Finn Balor comes to mind, and I do absolutely understand that as well. But you know the other guy that comes to mind when I think about Carmelo Hayes? It's Daniel Bryan.
Mm.
And Daniel Bryan, much like Finn Balor and Carmelo Hayes, was under 6 feet tall. Now I think, and I could be wrong, but I think Finn Balor is a little taller than them, so that's why he don't look as small as they do. In like the Miz matchup, you dig what I'm
Finn
saying?
Balor is listed as 5'11".
Oh, he's listed. Okay,
He's listed.
Yeah, so we gotta check that.
We gotta check him side by side to like Rey Mysterio Jr. and see how taller he is over Rey.
Yeah.
But he's listed as 5'11".
Yeah.
So that means that he is a little like me and him are the same height.
Yeah.
You like 6'4", right?
I'm 6'2", maybe a little change.
Okay, so you're listed as 6'4". I'm listed as 6 foot.
Okay.
But when we stand next to each other, I am clearly shorter than you, but I'm wider than you. I'm fat. Finn ain't fat. Finn is very fit.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think his abs make him seem bigger. I think it's like he does not wrestle like a small guy to me. When we look at smaller wrestlers, we look at luchadors, we look at Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah.
He wrestles like Chris Jericho is not a tall guy compared to the Land of the Giants. Shawn Michaels is not that person. Hell, Dean Malenko was a wrestler who was short, but he wrestled big. He had a power style. He wasn't, doing a whole bunch of flips and all of that stuff. He's a mat technician. And, while Melo has some aerial moves, as we see with the RKO happening, to me, he wrestles more of a mat base, a faster mat base. He wrestles like Shawn Michaels, goddammit.
Yeah. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, it's not that he doesn't have the skill set to make it happen, because we obviously know he got the skill set to make it happen. But there's obviously a ploy, if you will, to make him a heel, which is where the I'm him, Carmelo Hayes like character, that's where it should be.
Yeah.
I just don't know how that translates on the main roster. That's all. I mean, it's I'm in that space where obviously I don't ever want to doubt Carmelo Hayes, because I mean, look, the Melo don't miss shit is real.
Yeah.
But it just hit different here. I kind of want to see where it goes before I say anything.
Okay. Yeah, I have total faith in the future of Melo, especially when we have like Finn Balor and others that's currently in the WWE. As long as he continues doing what he's doing. But in the Land of Giants, sometimes you can become lost. Yeah. And that's what I hope does not happen with Melo. And it feels like to me his next feud is going to be with LA Knight. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting because of their interaction, between stuff on SmackDown. With that being said, let's go to Randy Orton and Tama, which sets up for a pretty interesting King of the Ring potential finals. You could have who I wanted to see at WrestleMania. Remember, I said I wanted if Brock Lesnar was not going to be involved with WrestleMania, which I was glad did not happen, of course. I wanted to see Gunther versus Randy Orton. I want to see those two go at it tooth and nail. We have that potential at the King of the Ring final. We also have a King of the Ring potential final of Jey Uso versus Tama. Now remember, since Tama is the adoptive son of Haku, we all know for a lot of us, the first memory of a king in the WWE is Haku. So there could be a potential of a father-son kingship here, where the king of that king, Haku, was at the Hall of Fame. All right, so we have that potential there, a coronation of a king, which Could that conflict with the bloodline situation? I don't know. But there's a potential there. There's also potential as the most over person on Raw being the king, which is Jey Uso. There's also a potential of, as I have said, a real king's doing this King of the Ring shit needs to be European. And that, my friends, King Gunther has a good ring to it, especially with our man being his lackey and doing his bidding. But then there's Randy Orton. Randy Orton will go back to the days of like Edge winning the King of the Ring, which is like, yo, he's the King of the Ring, and I'm not putting on none of that shit. I'm just the King of the Ring. We're going. So we're going to get to that prediction, the main prediction, a little bit later. But what do you think about these potential matchups? Do these potential matchups scream King of the Ring for you, or does this scream, as you had said for Backlash, does this scream house show, but on TV?
The only way I can answer this is to give you part one of my guarantee.
Don't do it then. So I'll give you another question because I don't want to. So I give you a next question. I give you another question then. Who out of these people is somebody you do not want to see as King of the Ring? Like, don't give this person shit. Like, it's not gonna feel right.
Yeah, the only person I don't want to see to win the King of the Ring, unfortunately, is Randy Orton. And the only reason why the pick is Randy Orton because it just will make my guarantees wrong. So, but like again, he's coming out there in the Final Four as the 14-time world champion, Grand Slam champion, versus three guys who ain't even had a shot at the belt yet. Randy Orton does not belong here. I don't even get it. It's like, man, so you got three guys that have never been the world champ and trying to get there versus the guy that's just trying to just be third place in the all-time title run because I thought he was already at 15. No, Randy Orton's still trying to get to number 15.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. I mean, Randy Orton is the only one I'm like, oh, man, this is kind of a wasted year and a wasted crown. And it's not because of Randy Orton, but it is because of who Randy Orton is.
We agree. I don't want to see King Randy. Yeah. I don't want to even see the lower third bar say 2024 King of the Ring. Yeah. I don't want shit to be associated with that shit.
Yeah.
In fact, the only thing I don't like about this, which is why I said what I said about future world champ, if you're not going to put the winner in this in a championship match, then it should be somebody on the mid card that you're looking to push up. Randy Orton is not that. Jey Uso is not that. No. Gunther is not that. And quite honestly, Tama is not that.
Right. Yeah.
Mello is that. Theory and Waller are that.
Yeah, shit. LA Knight is that.
LA Knight is that.
Yeah. Everybody got eliminated the last 2 weeks.
Matter of fact, it turns out that my favorite part of this whole thing, is Braun Breaker being mad he ain't in this shit.
Hey, yeah.
Which is why I do have a guarantee, y'all.
Let's go.
Remember what I told y'all earlier, Jack? I said to you all that Jey Uso should have lost because somebody cost him the champion, the match.
Yeah.
Well, that prediction is going to happen on Monday, y'all. Braun Breaker is going to cost Jey Uso the chance at being the King of the Ring. Thus, Gunther winning and Gunther going to the King of the Ring.
Really?
Yes. That's why I said wait.
Yeah.
Because we're about to start those predictions, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's do it.
We're about to start those predictions. Start those predictions. So hold at that thought right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Braun Breaker, that shit was funny as hell. Braun Breaker went to Adam Pearce on Raw and was like, why I'm in here and dude is. Why I'm not in this shit. What did you bring me over here for?
Thanks.
If this is what it's going to be. Well, let's find that out because I want to combine the women's with the thought, with the prediction. So let's start with the other titles, though. We got Sami Zayn going up against Chad Gable and Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami Zayn is still over like Rover. Chad Gable looks like he's about to be some type of slave master, some shit. Because
right,
the way that his ass looked at Otis when he about to do the worm, costing him the match, he looked at this man in disgust and like, I'm gonna whoop your ass when we get to the back if you do this shit. So let's start with that match. Does Sami Zayn go over? Or if not, who takes the pin when Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia, a place that he didn't necessarily like until some shit changed, who's going to take the pin if he is the winner? So what's your prediction?
So I definitely got Bronson Reed taking the pin no matter what happens. Part of me wants to say that Chad Gable's going to win this match. But the only reason why I have reservations on that is because is Chad Gable over enough, and will winning the title make him over enough to justify giving giving Chad Gable Sami Zayn's talk time? And I don't think we quite there yet. I think for everything that is really good and really dope about what Chad Gable is trying to do here, I just think that he's just not one of them, and he's just overpowered by so much greater star power. So I am gonna go Sami Zayn, but I do want to say Bronson Reed taking the pin, and I think this really sets off whatever Chad Gable is gonna do moving forward.
All right, so damn it, Donnie, you kind of got my prediction, kind of there. Have you noticed that damn near after every match now, you got Jackie Redmond coming into the ring, getting like post-match comments and shit?
Yeah.
Like they're not even waiting to go to the back now.
Nope.
Like whoever this Lee Fitting dude is, whatever this dude is that they hired, he's really bringing like the sports atmosphere to this shit. Like, motherfuckers win, and then Jackie Redmond is right there. Like, hey, how you feel about how you feel about this? Like, I'd be expecting her to come back at halftime with a halftime, come out the commercial break with a commercial break report. Like, I'm expecting like Michael Cole to be like, hey, Jackie, what are you hearing about the wrestlers in the ring? Well, like, I'm expecting that sooner rather than later. So, Donnie, for those who don't know, shouts out to Donnie, longtime listener of the show. He says, hey, what if Braun Breaker interferes in this match? Well, I got a different prediction for you. Sami Zayn will win, and he's going to win with a pin on Bronson Reed. Jackie Redmond is going to be there fully clothed, and she's going to be there after the match saying, hey, what are your thoughts about this? And Sami Zayn is going to be talking, and then he's going to get speared the shit out of. After the match, he's going to get speared the shit out of by Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker is going to make it known that he is the next candidate for the Intercontinental Championship, to the point where I'm predicting it right now. The first time Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker lock up, Braun Breaker will be your Intercontinental Champion, but he's going to announce that he wants that shot after he spears the shit out of Sami Zayn after his match at King and Queen in the Ring. So Sami Zayn wins, he pins Bronson Reed, but he gets announced that the next person that's going to go after that is Braun Breaker, because hey, Adam Pearce got to make up for this shit somehow.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Yeah, make me King of the Ring.
With that being said, let's go to the Women's World Championship in this fully clothed affair because it's Saudi Arabia. Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Liv Morgan has never beat Becky Lynch, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Let me start this prediction by saying that's not going to change, ladies and gentlemen. Becky Lynch is your winner, Kemp.
Hey, listen. Shout out to Liv, going on Funny Marco and all of that. I'm glad that you getting on your Jersey shit and kind of proving that you like black guys. But hey, Becky Lynch is gonna beat you. It's not personal. Yeah, it's I mean, look, I didn't expect Becky Lynch to be the champ anyway, but no way are they making the switch Rhea, Becky, Liv. And I did mean to tear it down that way on purpose. It's just not happening, just not the move. Sorry, Liv, but give a great performance out there, okay?
There you go. Let's go to the women's queen of the ring. Now let's go to some of the other stuff we was talking about. New blood or same song in the women's queen of the ring. We had Lyra Vicaria, have you pronounced that shit at the end of it? And Io Sky, they advanced to the Raw final. Bianca Belair, and in a weird finish alert, Nia Jax defeated Jade Cargill by disqualification.
Yeah. Oh no, I totally expected that.
I mean, I expected it because it wasn't good. We knew they wasn't going to put those two in a match with each other, and we knew it was going to be a weird finish. But the weird finish turned out to be a little bit weirder because then you involved, Jade's daughter. You involved Nia Jax yelling at Jade's daughter. Jade took a nice bump, ended up having color in the blonde hair and everything. So it expected. But what are your thoughts on this whole situation?
Well, I think they did exactly what I expected them to do. Because again, the winner was always coming from SmackDown. When I saw the last four, I'm like, okay, no way. Io's the only shot, and she's not going to win this. Because it's just too many people that they are just not going to have her beat. Truth be told, the only shock to me is that Stratton didn't go over on Bianca Belair, because that was my dark horse pick for this entire tournament because of Elimination Chamber. I was like, yo, you know what? She just increased her rating. Like, if they had her at like 82, she's probably at 88 now. Because right. I don't think we saw that coming. So that was the only thing I was shocked at. I knew that Nia Jax was going to advance. I just wasn't clear how, because I was like, obviously, they're not putting Jade Cargill in matches that are over 5 minutes. They haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you can't squash her because she's one half of the tag team champs, and she's standing next to Bianca Belair every week, even when they don't wrestle. So I was like, okay. Once I was like, so they're giving Bianca Belair a bye, or somebody's getting disqualified. I was like, one of them have to happen. And then Bianca gave it away for me when she was like, well, I'll see you in the semifinals next week. And she was like, let's take it one match at a time. I was like, oh, okay, so y'all both know she ain't winning. Okay.
Right.
Y'all both know she ain't winning. And I'm going to say Io Sky is going to come out of Raw. And because you asked me to wait, I'm going to save my prediction on the other side for part 1 and 2 of my guarantee.
All right. So let me first go. Edward, the whole Nia Jax, Jade Cargill thing was weird because I was waiting like, yo, who actually won this match? Like, it was just weird, like, yo, who actually won this match? Oh, she did hit her with the chair. Okay.
Right.
But here's the weirder thing about it for me. It basically clinched to me that Jade Cargill is going to be the face if they break up.
Mm-hmm.
Bianca Belair is going to be the heel, and Jade Cargill is going to be the face. And let me say this now. That should be the opposite. If they're going to do that, that should be the opposite. Jade Cargill is not. I don't want to see Jade Cargill as a good girl. Nah.
Yeah, well, nah. I mean,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I get you, but no. Matter of fact, I'll let you say it because when I just got half.
Your
a
headphones,
box.
your headphones is on, right? This is not audible, right?
Yeah. No, yeah. Oh no, yeah, no. I got my
You mean to tell me an AKA gonna be a face? Come on, G.
Hey, right. Hey, listen. Listen. I want to tell you something. And hey, look, we just gonna say it. And shout to Gilbert too, because he gonna feel just like us. Outside of maybe your personal life, when's the last time you've cheered for an AKA? Like
right,
when you've done?
Nothing bad, like, and this is not meant to be. We're shitting on them. It's just
reality.
Fam, no fraternity, no sorority, like no sorority, like all of them can be mean girls in their way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, as Donnie just said,
you're right, Donnie.
Since their inception, AKAs have been the heels of the sororities.
Yeah, they have been. They have been. They have been the heels of sororities. And here's the deal. You're right. Jade Cargill, when the time is right, is going to be a much better heel. But the thing is, she's not ready to be a heel. So she's got to get the heartstring victories until she's actually ready to lead a match and get somebody else over. Like that Nia Jax, the reason why they have it set up like that way to me is because that was just the best option for her to lose and save face. So like literally they gave us a taste of what Jade Cargill, the heel, will look like. But she's just acting in self-defense because Nia Jax told her daughter to her face that your mom sucks and then start beating her ass.
Right.
So everybody respects you fighting back in front of your kids, but everything about Jade Cargill screams monster heel.
Right.
When she's ready.
You're right. So, but yeah, I'm like, look, if we looked at sororities and fraternities, who the heels? Qs are the heels.
Yeah.
And AKAs are the heels.
For sure.
So there's no way to me that Jade Cargill should be the heel going up against Bianca Belair. It should be quite the opposite.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna put a face on an AKA. We're gonna put a good girl persona on her when her whole thing is I'm better than y'all, and you know it.
Yeah. Hey,
you know it. The vice president is an AKA. We're better than all y'all broads.
Like, steal me to that. You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
Hey,
you know.
But the thing is, though, I think, but and see, and this we're gonna see how culturally in tune the WWE is when Jade and Bianca break up, because I don't think this crowd, any crowd, is going to do what they think it's going to do when trying to turn Bianca heel against specifically Jade. I don't think it's going to happen.
That's the other part. And that's why I was like, oh, no, they doing that on purpose because now we're bringing a daughter in.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're bringing the kid in. So it's like, okay, now we're bringing the kid in. So, all right. You got to pull the heartstrings of America when you bring, a black woman and her child into play.
Mm-hmm.
And, things just has to be on point for that. So, with that being said, who do you have advancing to the Queen of the Ring match, and who do you have winning?
I will now
let's go
to part one of my guarantee. Actually, I can't do part one without part two.
Let's get it.
My guarantee this week, parts 1 and 2, the King and Queen of the Ring will be a bloodline sweep. I got a bloodline sweep. I got Nia Jax going over on Bianca and then squashing the fuck out of Io Sky. I got Jay versus Tama Tonga, with Tama Tonga going over. And since Nia and Tama are both on SmackDown, I got the bloodline increasing by a member, possibly 2, by the time we get to the 4th of July, with one of them being Nia Jax for sure, and potentially Jacob or Jimmy. That's what I got happening. Because the woman, Nia, will be like, yo, we can't do Jimmy like this. I kind of feel like she'll be like, no, we're supposed to be family. Look, bloodline sweep.
Brothers.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, it's like bloodline sweep. And the one thing in real life about the Samoan dynasty is all the women have been the people that have really held together and brought together all of the men. That was Tamina's role for a minute. That was The Rock's mama role for a minute. That was his grandmama role for a minute. And so now it all comes full circle. So yes, King Haku absolutely makes sense. Because here's the deal with Tama Tonga. He's getting way too much airtime when Solo's supposed to be the focus. He's getting way too much TV time when Solo Sikoa is supposed to be the leader of the bloodline now. And the bloodline needs something to legitimize this particular stable. Because technically, none of them really the leader. They all still following by orders of the tribal chief. Solo has now switched his tune to be like, yo, I mean, I know I'm reckless, but this is what Roman's telling me to do. But we all say, maybe it ain't Roman. Maybe it's The Rock. I say no matter what, though, they just want to get W's now. They're trying to rack up wins to let them know that we still run shit. And, I mean, again, the last King of the Ring was Xavier Woods. By the last year or two that Solo had, technically, he don't even need to be in the tournament to win it either.
Nah. He's not even sniffed the title match since, like, NXT.
Yeah, but Tama Tonga does. Tama Tonga needs that because he never went to NXT. He got straight to the main roster. And if he's not going to win the North American title, he's not going to win the NXT title. He can at least be King of the Ring like his father was. Bloodline sweep.
We kind of have a similar position. So let me start with the Queen of the Ring. I have Lyra defeating Io Sky.
Okay.
I think that she has done well for herself, and I think the new blood, lack of a better term, the new blood having somebody there is going to be very helpful. But she is going to get squashed by Nia Jax. And Nia Jax is going to be your next Queen of the Ring. Absolutely. Now, as far as the men's go, we have Randy Orton versus Tama and Gunther versus Jey Uso. You're predicting Tama versus Jey Uso?
Yes.
I am going to unfortunately agree with you.
Yeah, hey, look. I know.
I want Gunther versus Randy Orton so bad. But do we need that for the King of the Ring? Exactly. No. And with Gunther being so over as a heel and Jay being so over as a face, I believe this is the final for the King of the Ring anyway. Whoever wins the Raw match is winning the King of the Ring. But since Jay is so over, I wanted to say, and as you heard me say earlier, my guarantee, and this is why I'm going to have double to cover my ass. All right. I had told y'all that Jay was going to defeat Sami Zayn, right? I also said that somebody should defeat Jay, but you can't do that twice on the show.
Right.
but you can do it on King of the Ring. So my prediction is Jey Uso will be your King of the Ring because Jey is going to cost Tama the King of the Ring. In both matches, Tama has used some type of outside interference to win. When he defeated Angelo Dawkins, they beat the shit out of Montez when he did the flip and the pose. Then Solo was like, oh, no, hell no. And they whooped his ass. Angelo looked. They whooped his ass, gave him the finishing move. Boom. Same thing happened on SmackDown a couple of days ago. So you would think that there's going to be some outside influence that is going to make Tama the first win, which will make him the first father and son to hold the King of the Ring championship. Not so fast, my friend. Jimmy Uso is going to come. He's going to super kick Tama. Everybody's going to be shocked. Jey is going to be shocked too. He's going to get on top. He's going to do the splash after Solo and Camacho, because I'm not calling him anything but Camacho right now until they say something. Say Tangaloa enough times. Camacho and Solo is going to run after Jey and Jimmy, excuse me, and Jey Uso will be the King of the Ring with the help of his brother. And then on Raw, since Jimmy has not been drafted,
that's true.
On the Raw, Jimmy is going to say, yo, I love you, brother. My tribal chief.
Hey, I like your ending better. But I think they are just they drawing that straws to get that bloodline over, that new one over. Because matter of fact, let me ask you. I don't know. I don't want to just assume. And obviously, we can't compare it to 2022 and 23. We can't.
Because I got another prediction to this.
Okay.
You're going to love this prediction. You're going to love this prediction, by the way.
Okay. But just for 2024, on the scale of 1 to 10, or 0 to 10 even, how over is this version of the bloodline?
It's a 7. Here's why. Thomas scary. Thomas scary. Solo ain't been Solo yet. He has not been let out. But I'm glad you asked this question, because to me, the biggest clue that is not Roman calling these shots is the suit coat. To me, the suit coat is not Roman, y'all.
Right, that's true.
The suit coat does not scream Roman Reigns.
Nah.
The suit coat screams The Rock. I think that's a subtle clue on who's pulling these strings. It's the suit coat. Roman come out there with a jumpsuit, some joggers, some Jordans, or some
his
dunks,
shirts.
his shirts, and everything. Solo was coming after that at first. Now Solo looks like a valet.
Yeah. And shout out to y'all doing the weekday of memes too.
Yeah, that meme was hilarious. He cut down the mohawk a little bit. He did a quick trim. Excuse me on that for SmackDown, and he got the suit coat on and the Rolex watch. That screams Rock.
Yeah,
that don't scream Roman.
That's true.
Roman in character form, Roman is probably out there like, yo, why is this dude dressed like a goddamn valet? What the fuck is he doing? We don't do that shit. We ain't the Four Horsemen. Fuck going on here? Oh shit, Paul phone disconnected? Because like I also said, man, Paul Heyman ain't no goddamn face manager, fam. He's not Jimmy Hart with Hogan. I think that is the clue in all of this. The suit coat screams Rock and not Roman. It's not a guarantee. It's just keep a watchful eye on how this looks.
No,
because Because let's go back to the Nation of Domination. I told y'all Rock is COINTELPRO. Didn't I tell y'all that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I tell y'all Rock is COINTELPRO. The Rock became the leader of the Nation of Domination. The Versace shirt came.
Mm-hmm.
Kama became a pimp named the Godfather.
Mm.
D-Lo became from Istanbul, Turkey.
Mm.
And Mark Henry started liking hoes a lot.
Old ones
He became a sexual deviant to old women. He's not quite Kellen Winslow, but so with that being said, the subtle hint that there's changes going on, if you look at the history of The Rock, Solo has that with that damn suit coat looking like a valet. Because why he got that on? We dress comfortably in the bloodline. Now you out here looking like a maitre d'. Let me take you to your table. Your waiter will be with you in a second. Like, he looks uncomfortable in that jacket, fam. He looks uncomfortable in that jacket. That man look like a bodyguard for Suge Knight. Right now. That man jacket is so red, it confirms to me that most Samoans are Bloods. It just confirms that to me. Not I apologize. Do not show up at my house.
Hey, listen. They're the ones that got to prove it, not you. They got to prove you wrong, not you.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, that just proves to me that is the case, man. But yeah, man, Jey Uso will cost that man the King of the Ring. Is going to be King Jay. And his brother going to be by his side holding him down. All right, man, let's get to the undisputed. This seems like the easiest match to predict right here.
Yeah.
But like I told you, Camp, I don't like champion versus champion matches. I like title versus title. This Friday proved that this is champion versus champion because Logan Paul was like, y'all slipped that shit in my motherfucking contract. I ain't signing that shit. This is a champion versus champion match. I'm not losing my shit. If I lose, fuck is wrong with y'all? Cody beats everybody ass. So I think it's safe to say that Cody Rhodes will be leaving Saudi Arabia as a champion.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's ironic because I love what Logan Paul did with his promo at the contract signing. He pulled the Cody on Cody, except he handled it better. He was like, yo, I keep hearing the same story. Yeah, hey, I'm just a tourist. I don't belong here. I didn't work hard enough to get here. Yeah, all right, bet. Yeah, I'm the champ though, bitch. Like, yo, SMD, sign the contract. Like, that's it. And so, you know, hey, yo, the guys with the two most overused storylines since they've arrived are meeting, and the big champ's gonna beat the little champ. Pause if necessary. Like, you know what I mean? Yo, man, but and I agree with Johnny. We're in that now. It's a formality, you know. LA Knight versus Logan Paul, U.S. title. Here for it. Said it should have happened a year and a half ago. Let's do it.
So yeah, this is the easiest match to call right here. So we got Cody.
Yeah.
We both have Sami winning. We just have it in different ways and the outcome happening differently. We both have Becky winning. You have Tama. I have Jey Uso. And we both have Nia Jax. So I mean, it is what it is at this point. Let's see what happens on the 25th. Yeah. Let's go to a couple of items here. So first off, why does Damian Priest does not have a match here? They did all of that pomp and circumstances, all of them vignettes for him to be off.
Yeah, hey. Maybe he just earned the vacation. No, hey, but no. More on the more serious note. I think he's off because they're trying to figure out how to break up the bloodline now that Rhea's injured. That's my bonus guarantee. And I did that was my original one until I saw SmackDown. I was like, listen, obviously Damian Priest is preparing for a face title run, but he cannot do that with the Judgment Day. And now that Rhea is hurt, and she is not, because she was also the other champion in the faction that was kind of moving on her own. And so it would have justified if both of them were doing that. But now that she's hurt and she was the person literally keeping the faction together, Damian Priest has already won the title and tried to have the fair one with Jey Uso and told Waterhead, Finn, and Dom that he didn't need them and that he going to just do it on his own. They bringing Carlito around, Latin on Latin crime. So he's like, yo, I'm really done with all of this. I think literally they're just writing the summer portion of his story that is going to lead to him versus Finn Balor to officially be like, yo, Bloodline is done.
Man, whatever it is, I need to get the fuck out this shit. I'm tired. I'm tired. This is irritating me. Hey, this is irritating me. This is like, come on, fam. Hey, we gotta get the belt off if we're doing this. Just put it on Jay. Like, if this is the case, you know.
Hey,
just put it on Jay.
But hey, look, you know, Damian versus Drew. It's got to happen still.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just like, yeah.
I mean, look, all of this, if nothing else, all of this is just a means to get CM Punk the title by what? If they do it Hell in a Cell?
You know what? I don't think CM Punk, this CM Punk Drew McIntyre, this CM Punk Drew McIntyre feud is so good. They don't need no belt.
True.
They don't need no belt. He get the belt at WrestleMania. He get the belt at Royal Rumble. You don't need it. Them two don't need it. This shit's amazing. And even with the Sheamus shit being like, even talking shit about Sheamus and shit, this shit is great. Drew McIntyre on social is already great anyway. But them two, They don't need a belt. They just need a Hell in a Cell match.
Hey, I'm with you.
Yeah, they just need a Hell in a Cell match. Just once everybody's healthy, they just need just that.
Yeah. I mean, hey, but you know, the tagline is best in the world. He can't have too many high-profile matches without a belt. Unfortunately, you're right. I'm just saying that both of their gripe, it stems from not being in the world title match.
Yeah. Oh, and I think, it's the Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior effect. We're gonna give y'all the best match on the card while the champ is on there, just like, what the fuck is he doing against Sergeant Slaughter? Like, that's what's gonna happen. And then once that match is over with and the feud is over with, all right, where that belt at? Give me that shit. I earned it. Like this. Gunther got it, and then it's who you win it off of is going to be better. Don't want to say Gunther is going to be a transitional champion, but Gunther is going to be a transitional champion. You know, in this case, he's the person that CM Punk gonna take the belt from. That's not even a guarantee to me. Gunther is going to lose that belt to CM Punk, and my prediction, if I want to throw it out there, my prediction is WrestleMania is going to be CM Punk versus Gunther.
That feels super nasty, but okay.
Oh, super nasty for CM Punk. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Motherfucker, just gonna get caved in.
and that's why I'm like, yo, what you gonna do with the schoolboy roll up? Like, what you about to do? The sunset flip? What are you about to do?
I don't know. That'll be a great match though.
Illegal pin too.
Hey, something motherfucking the little meter is gonna have to go up 3 times. He's gonna have 3 of them bitches to win that match against Gunther. But hey, when you win a belt off of a monster like him, you know, and you see a Punk, you got to do it. Elevate. Do we see a potential turn for Kofi Kingston? Interesting to see Karrion Kross on the Raw, basically whispering Sweet Hill notions. Nothings. Karrion Kross is whispering Sweet Hill nothings in Kofi Kingston's ear. Xavier Woods is nowhere to be found.
Man, listen.
What's going on over there?
Yeah. Hey, man, listen. You gotta be pretty damn good for a white man to make you join the Aryan Nation. I'll tell you that. but yo, so man, I ain't gonna lie. I want to see where this goes because I like Angry Kofi. I do like Angry Kofi. Hey, listen, I was okay with the New Day being the New Day, and they didn't have to be super militant. They didn't have to be Nation of Domination too. But have you seen all three of these gentlemen when they just get angry?
Yeah,
the match it gets exciting. Like, listen,
I like heel New Day.
Yeah, hey, listen, the moves hit a lot harder. I mean, hey, listen, they made them hop in the cereal box and have pancakes, and then we started cheering. Well, y'all started cheering. We were cheering a couple months before that. So it was like, he kicked the shit out of
It's just not bad. It's just not bad.
Yeah, man. So, hey, I don't know if Kofi will join the Brotherhood, but I'll tell you this. If this does lead to a more edgy and aggressive Kofi Kingston, I'm here for it because I do believe that we haven't got a run long enough with him being that guy to really experience, to really appreciate. So,
okay.
Hey, I'm with it.
The internet was nasty this week because there was rumors as far as Friday before SmackDown that Bianca Belair was pregnant. When did the internet wrestling community see a pregnancy test from Bianca Belair, which was ended with one of the first moves of the night between Bianca Belair and Tiffany Stratton, when Tiffany Stratton kicked the shit out of Bianca Belair in her stomach.
Yeah.
Why is the internet wrestling community so weird?
Well, I think they are weird because of it was either what Angelo Dawkins tweeted or what Montez Ford reacted to. I really think that's what it is. And I'm like, maybe Angelo Dawkins just has more than one friend that happens to be married and expecting a child. Like, maybe that's it. So I want I forgot. I meant to say
real quick, Ruby Soho and Angelo Parker at AEW. Ruby Soho, formerly of WWE, they did announce their pregnancy. And they got married, I believe, over the weekend.
Ah, okay.
So, they could all be friends.
right. You know what I mean? Hey, but I know that I saw it when Angelo Dawkins tweeted words of the day, pull out. And it's him pointing at Montez Ford and him grinning and Montez Ford looking like, damn, another one. Like, so, I mean, it's a fair thing, and you know what? I haven't seen Love in WWE, but shout out to Donnie. He has the update. He said them having the baby was the focal point.
Yeah, I watched it. It was. But see, that's not my issue. My issue was reportedly, like, what the fuck you mean report? Did you dig in a garbage can? Right. And get a pregnancy test? Like, it's not wrong to speculate.
Yeah.
But the oh man, they took Tiffany Stratton versus Bianca Belair off. It was now the whole heat with Tiffany Stratton and Bianca Belair. Now that shit, ladies and gentlemen, not gonna front. I ain't know what was wrong with the video that was taken down, even before it was taken down. But also, I don't lean into racism that much.
Right.
But then I had to think about it. She could have just put bitch at the like. She could have took the black part off.
Yeah, but you don't get the full swing though.
I know. No, I feel you. Like it could have just been bitch. Like it could have just been that. And I'm not gonna call Tiffany Stratton a racist. I'm not even gonna go that one because it was a great song, great audio to put for a video, and even the editing of Bianca Belair's reaction, like, oh, let's just say it's on the spectrum. Like, let's just say there's racism, and then there's racism on the spectrum. That's how we put this.
Hey, you're right. You're absolutely right.
That Tiffany would be racism on the spectrum. You're on the line.
Yeah,
go one way or the other.
Because, I mean, obviously she is black.
Yeah.
It is a fight, so you can't call her a bitch, you know. Well, and the thing is, on the reverse, if you really want to get a white woman riled up on the internet, the magic 4 words, the 4 magic words.
Oh,
shut up, white bitch.
Wait a minute, hold on. Let me see something. Let me see if this is true. Let me see if this is true. This ain't necessarily confined to us. This ain't necessarily confined to wrestling, but it is confined with hip hop. Diddy apologize. Diddy apologize.
No, not you, Diddy. Like, bro. hey, bro, you're done. You gotta do wait.
Oh.
Hey, wait. No.
Did he apologize?
Take full responsibility for my actions.
When I tell you it don't matter.
Oh, did he?
Maybe in 98.
Oh.
Maybe in 98 that would have worked.
Oh, bro, man.
They have you. No. Bro, less than a year ago. You posted how you were totally innocent and you went on offense.
Man,
start suing niggas. Hey, yo, nah, you can't do it. You can't do it. I'm sorry. Hey, because I am not a big apology guy. I am not a big apology guy. Because I don't say a lot of things I don't mean, and I hold people at their words. I'd be like, hey, look, when you're wrong, don't apologize. Just acknowledge what you said or did. That's it.
He got the Diddy when Big died, I'll be missing you face.
Yeah. Unfortunately, man, that's just not enough. It's just not enough. Like, nah. Especially not in this era. Not in this era. It just don't work that way.
Ah, man. Yeah. Diddy.
Man.
Diddy.
Jeez.
You just need to stay in this home. You need to stay in this home for this one. That was a nasty video. Just to take a time real quick. That was a very nasty video. And
I'm sorry, real quick. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
With everybody that may not understand what we mean, just ask yourself this question as we parallel it to wrestling. Have y'all forgiven Patrick Clark, the Velveteen Dream?
Nope. Y'all ain't forgive Hulk Hogan.
Like, this is the same thing. This is the same thing.
Yeah, this is to transition a bit. This is a nasty ass video, Puff. It's a very nasty video. And as much as I have been a fan of Puffy, and not gonna stop listening to music produced by Puffy. There's not too many songs rapped by Puff that I'm just excited for, ladies and gentlemen. This is not an R. Kelly situation where it's like, there's a lot of songs over there, y'all, that he sings. This is not. I think I'm in the majority that don't mind listening to any song rapped by Puff.
Yeah. Like,
don't have to ever listen to a song rapped by Puff, and I feel confident that he ain't really do all of the music in some of the shit that he's produced. It's like,
right. I mean, right. Like, I've never heard Plus Play all the way through, but I heard Royce wrote most of it.
Yeah, I've not listened to Last Train in Paris in years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the song with Justin Timberlake is the only one I put on repeat.
Yeah, and Faith Evans, I'm not gonna stop listening to that album. But I don't think.
Yeah, you know I'm not stopping.
But I don't think Diddy did a lot of on that shit. So so say that to say, and Diddy is not gonna stop me listening to anything from Bad Boy, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That being said, this right here, a transition real quick. This right here is so bad. Well, you just gotta deactivate shit.
Yeah,
that man chased down Cassie like Val Venus chased out of Ken Shamrock's sister with colorful socks on.
Yeah,
and punted her like he was Randy Orton,
man,
and drug her like he was Randy Orton dragging Stephanie McMahon. This is how we connect this with wrestling, y'all. So you know what I'm saying?
For sure, because it happened.
That right there, after, because I was there. He played us the Love album, fam. I remember vividly saying when somebody asked him about the women in his life, he dedicated it to the women that was in his life, including Cassie. My G, I remember saying, yo, he got to stop that shit. Like, he needs to stop that shit, man. He is taunting her. BET Awards. He thanked her.
Yeah.
That statute of limitations ended at a certain time. Shit didn't pop off right. He called up bluff. Diddy calling Cassie's bluff is the biggest mistake in hip-hop history.
Absolutely, man. Talk to him.
It is the biggest mistake in hip-hop history. Any nigga who puts his hand on a woman, especially in the way that Sean Combs did Cassie, should just be gone.
Yeah, man.
But don't do no apology video. Man, he was better off donating a large sum of money to domestic violence organizations.
Yeah, for sure.
And saying, I will see y'all when I see y'all. I'm in Bali with Russell Simmons.
Yeah.
But the scary thing about it is when you look at those comments and you're going to see people say, hey, man, only God can judge you. and a peace king. We don't know the whole story. Nigga, you know he whooped Cassie's ass.
Yeah,
and he said that people was wrong. He sent and then you see a video.
Yeah.
That and when you read the court report, the shit she said, this is the first time, Ken. This is the first time I've ever read a court report. It is in line with what happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We don't need QD3 to do beef 6.
Right.
To know what happened. Like, man, yeah. And the thing is, again, my man went out his way to say, yo, I didn't.
Right.
I am not guilty. And he even posted about it and was like, yo, and I'm gonna do something about it. Diddy's been trying to sue people the last 2 years for the likes of defamation of character. Well, sir, this video is showing some of your character. So you tell me the part where they defamed you, bro.
Right.
Like, hey, and that's just what it is, and that is why this will always be difficult to get around or get over or get by. It's like, yeah, you're right. He should have donated to domestic abuse.
Man,
he might have he should have copped out. Yeah, move to Bali, you and Russell, like whatever you want to do. I don't think it's safe to. I mean, look, because he's already let go of Revolt. Diageo let him go, so like obviously he's preparing. He was preparing, and now he's trying to bait and switch us.
And it's not only the bait and switch; it's the bait and switch with the look. That's the bait and switch with the sad look. Hey, let me share my screen, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't see the shit, we're gonna take a turn because the show is basically we was about to end the show, but Diddy decided to apologize.
Yeah, man.
What's your look at Diddy?
To reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that.
He's in the villa.
I was fucked up.
Uh-oh.
When I hit make those on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm
No, you
disgusted
wasn't.
now.
No, you were enraged, bro.
You was enraged.
I went
You
and
threw
I
a
sought
face
out
at her.
professional help. I had to go into therapy. I'm going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
And he became love. What the fuck? That's nasty.
Are he trying to cry? Look.
I'm so sorry.
Hey.
I need a girl to ride.
I'm committed to be a better man each and every day.
You
I'm not asking for forgiveness.
ain't getting it.
Well, yeah, he's not gonna
I'm
get
truly
that.
sorry.
Yikes. Yo, you could put
It's
I
so
need a girl part
difficult
one
to
to this.
reflect
Nigga.
on
You
the darkest
could put the beat
times
to
in your
this.
life.
Nigga.
Yeah.
Sean Combs.
It's crazy to say, so they wanted.
Sean Combs.
Yeah. Damn it, Sean.
I was fucked up.
Yeah.
Nigga. I was fucked up. Like, sometimes you just gotta shut the fuck up. This is definitely one of those. I hope don't nobody think we're making light of domestic violence, because we're not.
No, but we
I
are
am
clowning
just-
this nigga's apology, though.
Yeah,
I want to be clear. We're not making light of the situation, but we definitely clowning this apology.
Yeah, we're clowning this apology. This is the worst apology that I've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, man.
And we just talked about apologies last night with the family. Like, this is the nigga's trying to cry.
Yeah, like literally, like it literally can't even happen. The like he's straining. Look at the veins in his neck and his forehead. Like he's trying to cry here, and it can't happen.
And look, I wouldn't like. It's his way of is leaving the comment zone his way of saying, like, you know, I'm leaving it up to God and whatever y'all say, you know, because I would have left the comments off on this.
Well, here's the thing, Bang. This is also the same guy who, a couple months now ago, he posted the video. It looked like he was in the studio or at the hookah lounge, whichever one it was. Like, yo, do y'all fuck with me or not?
Yeah.
Like, let me know if you fuck with me or not. It's like, well, bro, I could be an accomplice. Your house was just raided.
As somebody,
I'm not saying I fuck with you at all at this.
As somebody who's in therapy, and will be spending money for a long time in therapy, because I just think it's great. I think it's awesome. Therapy is awesome. Therapy is great. Therapy has also kept me off of people's ass for the last like 7 months. Has kept me from smacking somebody.
Man.
Not domestically either. I'm talking about just non-domestic, non in my house, because we good over here. With that being said, don't you just, fam, sometimes you should shut the fuck up, because if you look at the timeline, basically what he just told you, I was fucked up then. I went to rehab and y'all ain't know it. It was alleged, but y'all ain't know it. I went through therapy. And then I came out and I changed my middle name to Love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I made this album as an apology.
We can't forget the album.
Yeah, I made this album as an apology to all of the women that I may have wronged. And I put JT on it because we fucking.
Wait, we gotta say Carisha. We don't incite Uzi.
I mean, not JT, excuse me, Carisha.
Young Miami.
Well, Young Miami. My bad. But that's what he based. If you look at the timeline. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me Google this before we get out of here. Because this is nasty. Hold on. I gotta look at the time. Nigga! Right? Yeah, that's 2017. Around the 2017. He decided to do the love shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The artist first announced his new name change in 2017. We don't know specifically the month that video happens. We just know that it happens in 2016. In 2017, in November of 2017, he says he's going to go by love. Boy, if that's telling on your cell phone, I don't know what it is.
Hey, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Hey. Boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, man.
Boy, like this is, I'm gonna say this. End the show from this side and angle, and then we go into the wrestling shit. We're gonna end it like I'll end this like this.
Mm.
Please don't put no video up with a meme version of somebody look at the shit behind them and say, "Yep, Diddy was trying to buy BET, and this is what happened." Please don't. Please don't, because Bill Cosby is still gonna tell you he ain't did this shit.
Yeah.
Whether we know or not, he's gonna go to the grave. But one thing we don't have on him is video.
Yeah.
Diddy,
That's true.
And when you do have video, sometimes you just got to shut the fuck up because it is what it is at this point.
Mm.
Diddy just went on Instagram and put this video up of him apologizing.
Yeah, man.
For something that he probably should be in jail for.
Yeah. Yep.
You was better off not calling this woman's bluff. But not only did you call this woman's bluff, you taunted her through the promotion of this album. You taunted her at the BET Awards. And in a sense, you taunted her and other people when you started to go on Instagram and say, you wasn't going to take this no more. The lies that's been put on my name, it has to stop. And I guarantee you that they was like, yo, we can't press charges on him.
Yeah.
And his son decided to rap. And they said, what?
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah.
Here's a video of your daddy whooping Cassie's ass, which to me says a lot about the son.
Oh.
Because you can't tell me that the son, who's that involved with it, what his daddy does, did not see this shit too. And he felt like my daddy is invincible, so we invincible over here, bad boy for life. Okay. Now, you was on record defending your daddy, and 2 days later, your daddy out here is on a camera whooping somebody's ass. Yeah. Now, what you gonna say?
You diss 50, and that ain't safe either. You diss 50 Cent, and in the midst of all of this, it's like, again, I will say, much like I said on May the 1980s on the live, and we're gonna post the episode, the audio version for the podcast as well. Talking about somebody, speaking down on somebody that stopped his Summer Jam set because somebody was getting beaten up and robbed behind him. And that person just happened to be his son's friend.
Boy,
you think he's going to show you some grace?
If I was Diddy, I would have just turned everything off, because if there's video of anything else while you on this motherfucker talking about how you sorry, you truly sorry, with the sad face, boy, this is only the beginning. I would hope, for Puff's sake, I will hope he only did this apology because he know it ain't shit else out there. But sometimes man, y'all just got to disappear, fam. This is one of those reasons. Because when people start putting the timeline out there, they say you did this in 2016. And in 2017, you changed your name to Love. So in between that, you said you went through therapy and you went through rehab. That means, hey, what did you do to show that you was truly sorry? You did nothing. So this apology is going to fall on deaf ears for a lot of people. And all it's going to do is just lead to more bullshit for you. but you did try to buy BET. And for those people who feel like that's an excuse to say, hey, they're trying to take this man down. Nah, man. I'm just of the belief of you do shit and it comes back to haunt you, and that's what takes you down. With that being said, let's get back to this wrestling shit to end that real quick. Let's remove Diddy's sad ass face off of this shit. All right, man, before we get out of here, so look at CNN just hit us with the motherfucking alert. That shit's wild, boy. CNN in the urban space. That's crazy.
That's telling. You said it, but yeah, this is over Harvey now.
Yeah.
When the things that he's doing is dropping on CNN, that ain't by accident either. I want that crystal clear. That means that he's dealing with money that is beyond tabloids. They consider this national news. They consider this global news now. And that is the super jacked up part about it. Like TMZ, I don't even go to TMZ. I don't follow TMZ. I haven't been on the TMZ site since I had to when people were dying. And usually they got some exclusive videos. But the fact that whoever had whatever and it's going straight to CNN, they're not even wasting time with the gossip. Very telling to me.
With that being said, we jumped out on the guarantees. We'll see what happens starting on the Monday on the Raw, and then on Friday on SmackDown, and then we early out there in the gate, Saudi Arabia. Y'all know what it is. The king and queen of the ring. We'll see who not only wins that recoveted. I don't know if that's a word, but recoveted title in the WWE, but also we'll see what happens with the championship matches. Hey, man, end us off, Camp.
Man, hey, thank you guys. Thank you all for tuning in to this nice and comfortable show that we call the First Black Champ Podcast, man. Thank you for participating in the live, your comments, likes, shares, everything that you do to contribute positively to the FBC community. We greatly appreciate it. I mean, obviously, Bang and I can sit here and talk for hours about wrestling without anyone, but you and all of your input and feedback and support for this podcast as well as the community, it makes it that much greater and that much more special. And for that, we sincerely thank you. So the next time you want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the First Black Champ Podcast. Camp. Bang. We are out. Bug Johnny Wrestling. I forwarded through that match.
But at the same time, my other prediction that I didn't say, the Bloodline is going to beat the shit out of them. And they're not even going to make it to their tag team championship match with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Your next tag team champions will be the Gorillas of Destiny.
Hallelujah.